Yes, so the mining sector has been, having a quite number of potential prospect that we could actually, if at all we had to push through with a lot of gray areas that we have actually been able to see, it can bring some economic benefits to this nation, as we have seen that mining has been biggest stake in our economic structure, which actually employs quite substantial fundamentals when it comes to employment, contribution on the forex market as well, and many other, even when it comes to issues to do with budget support in terms of tax receipts. It is just one of the biggest fact that we have actually nurtured so much. But again, also with the mines and mineral development, we need also to ensure that we have some good incentives in the industry. Reacting to the Honorable Minister, Mr. Kaguswe, in regards to his discussion regarding the value addition components within the mining industry. I think it is a light call, but it should not only focusing on the mining sectors per se. This can be a spillover to other ministries as well, but regarding the current discussion with the mining having sort of value addition in the way, I think it requires that we need to look at factors like back and forth sort of linkages, also forward and backward linkages in order to see how best we can develop the mining sector. But the overall issue also is the issue to do with how the international prices also get to be fair, because that is one of the key factors that also one has to be climatized as well, because obviously the policy instability have also been embedded on that factor as well. So the capability of doing value addition is quite huge in the market, and as we have seen that over time we have done quite substantial issues, regarding to the mining performance. We've got Zamefa, which has been turning, copper into, wires and few other cables that we are able to actually sing in the market. Maybe the only challenge that we have is that we haven't done the final part of stage in terms of production from the mineral base that we normally have in the nation. So I think it's high time that we looked at composite, where we basically bring forth a certain way in which we can see growth in the economy. And this can only happen if we look at a component where we allow some of the copper sales to pass through the treasury. I think that's what is highly required on the table, and trying to see that there must be a best model in which we need to know how much we are making from the mines, as opposed to basically just seeing the figures in the export record. If we go to a point where we need to understand clearly how the market has been faring, it will be very much imperative that we look at issues of such nature, and also ensuring that whoever has done some productive stages of copper outside, we should be able to invite them to have at least something that they should be able to put forth in the market, and see how best such things can work out. The numbers have actually also been reducing in the mine. We've got small numbers also that are, around the employment, around the production. We need to upscale some of the technological advancement that has been put forth in the mining sector, and also we need to ensure that we zero-rated some of the equipment that are required to process some of these mineral requirements. What we need also is to ensure that we do not just look at value addition. We also need to look at how best can we bring forth anchor sectors of the economy, because if we are just centering on how best we can just develop the mining or the mineral base in the nation in terms of value addition, I think that will not be able to help us so much. What we need also is to look at how best can we bring forth something that can be a complementary sector, which can lie in pair with the mining sector in terms of trying to liberate the wheels. We basically need to also look at a holistic view of how we can come up with a flywheel for industrialization in the nation, because that is what is critically required for the nation, so that we avoid some of these economic shocks that we've been having, especially issues to do with inflation that roots itself through the exchange rate. So I think there's a need for us to reduce some of these and ensuring that the overlapping functions of Minister of Commerce, Agriculture, and all these others, including tourism, they should be able to find a certain point pivoting development, and that's what we need to do to ensure that all these quite aggressive in the way that the economy should be able to turn and produce. For us to see the economic dividends in a positive nature, we basically need to interlock our ideas and share good, productive thoughts around what we can put together, and that can really help us so much. Yeah.